morning. Welcome back. This is Hollywood to Houston. I am your host, Sandra Del Cid. Today we have a local Houston actress, Sarah Wyckoff. Did I pronounce it right?
You did.
Oh, good. She works in Houston a lot. Welcome.
Thank you.
Travis spoke great things about you on his show, so we just had to bring her over so that we could meet her. She has done a lot of work all over the place. Can you tell us about some of the work that you've done?
Sure. First of all, I'm with Pastor E. Bosby. I represent them. I'm talent for them. And I have done commercials and film and some local theater, although that's not what I specialize in. Because I carry a 40-hour job, I try not to do too much theater because it's a lot of rehearsal. And it's a priority for me to get up on time for work, which is not my forte.
I don't like theater at all.
So film and television, primarily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now you mentioned that you're working for something with PBS.
I'm on board with a sitcom that is called the Anthony Project, and Anthony Ramirez is going to be interviewed on PBS on Friday, November 2nd on a segment called Arts Insight, and it's about magazine, which is like Outsmart. It's the same following, same readership. So it's an LGBT magazine.
Wow, sounds really interesting.
So the show is about Anthony. He's the editor over at About, and he's an actor in the show, and he's the writer. So this guy's really busy, and he's really funny. It's about his life, and he's a gay gentleman. He's Jewish and he's Hispanic, so it's all about his life and then some things that happen in his life, and then throw in this mix of wild characters. There's transvestite and transgender, and then some bisexual and homosexual, and then there's me, the straight, homophobic, very Christian, very uptight character, and so the dichotomy is pretty funny.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Sarah, let's go look at Sarah's reel. She's got a lot of work in that reel. I think it's 2 minutes.
I think it's
two. But it's got a lot of different pieces of project that she's done in the past. So let's go look at her reel, and we'll be right back.
I packed you a bag.
Where's Emily?
She's in the car. Our flight leaves in 2 hours.
First class, right?
Yeah. Baby! Burn, are you alright?
Do you believe?
Yes, I believe.
Are you Sharon Brown?
Yeah.
No, I can't. Please. Please. Please.
Father Byrne, I was just thinking about you.
He says that our marriage is sacred, and he has a sacred obligation to help me.
He said that to you in those words.
Violence is at the very heart of the sacred, you know. Religion was supposed to save me from violence by sacrificing people and things and animals. It never works, does it?
Hello, handsome. Might say we day upstairs.
I am on duty.
Well, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed Sarah's reel. Can you tell us about your reel?
Sure. Wow, the reel expands, like, it covers a lot of years. A lot of time. I have a piece in there from one of my very first films. Unfortunately, the sound is not very good, but I had the lead in that film. It's called Lady in the Funhouse Mirror, and this woman is dealing with mental health issues. And in the scene, she's talking to her psychiatrist, and that was a really fun part to play because the person that wrote the film and directed it was a psychiatrist.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Vince Privatera. He's passed away since we did that, but it was good. It was great because he gave me so much insight to the character. There's also a little bit from Morgenstein where I played Maggie, the beer wench, and that was probably the most fun role that I've ever done. Unfortunately, that was episodic and it didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
But it was awesome. I mean, it was the latest, greatest thing going on around town, and a few wrong moves, and it just went away. But creating a character like Maggie had an accent. My name is Maggie Bloom. Would you like a pint? She's from the east side of London, and Cockney. And so that was, and I didn't look good at all, which was totally freeing, right? I had blackened out teeth and really dirty, messy hair. And so there's, it's just character at that
That means
point.
you're a good actress because you're not out there just, oh, I look good, so put me on TV. That means you know how to, how you have the craft of acting.
Yeah, it was
good.
freeing. It was very freeing. It was so much fun. There's also a little bit from a 48-hour film project, and I worked with Mark Isaacs, which was awesome. And he's out in LA, so
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Did you film that in LA or?
No, that was here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any plans of moving to LA or?
I don't know.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe Atlanta, maybe Los Angeles, maybe New Mexico. It's kind of up in the air right now. Yeah, I think about it.
Yeah, whatever the work is.
Yeah.
And I was looking at your resume. It's really impressive. You've done a lot of film and television. But tell us about the commercials. You did one with Shell Rotella?
I did one for Shell Rotella. Very interesting story. I got cast as an extra, and it was myself and 5 little girls.
Oh, wow.
And what was really interesting is the spot came out, and Sarah wasn't in it. And I thought, wow, this is really disappointing. But in the back of my mind, I thought, well, maybe they're going to do something else with it, Maybe they're going to put it in a separate spot.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, 6 months to a year later, who played my son in The Last Command, produced by Mark Doherty, and Travis, my good friend Travis Dunn, was in that as well. My teenage son saw it on television, and I didn't know anything about it at that time. And it was awesome because it was still photos, black and white still photos. And then and it's all about hard work, and it's really the voiceover. It's a good story. It makes you feel good. And so then the last person on the spot is yours truly, and I'm in film and moving picture, and it caps the commercial. So it was really cool, and it went to a national SAG. So
Oh, wow.
Much better than a local, extra.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow, national SAG. That's a big deal.
So you never know. You just never know. Yeah.
Yeah, just out there, looking for the work.
Yeah.
And what about South Texas Dental? I believe I've seen this commercial.
Yeah. That's been really cool because like all kinds of people have seen it. And it ran in Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. So I have friends from Austin calling me, hey, were you in a commercial? And just people at work, just people all over Houston and such. So it's been fun because, as an actor, you want people to see your stuff.
To recognize you. Hey,
Yeah.
Nice. I'm always looking for a good dentist. I've had a million, so hello to all my dentists. But anyway, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, who is the most famous person you work with? You remember anybody in particular, or?
I do. I worked with Lorenzo Lamas.
Okay.
Actually got killed by Lorenzo Lamas.
Oh.
And it's in a film by Walker Cable. And that was done up in Conroe, Texas. And that's called Backstabbers. Lorenzo, they fly him in for one day. He kills everybody and then he leaves. He gets all the glory. And so it was cool though. I met Lorenzo.
How did he kill you?
It's fast too. He walks in the door. We've been running from him. He's the bad guy. And real menacing character. Walks in the door, we're all like, ah! I get up and then he throws me on the bed, which is really funny because he threw me in a corner. I flew off the bed, which was either a cot or a bed, I don't know, movie magic, and landed in a corner.
No.
So, and then the first thing he said when we cut was, "Are you okay?" So, that was that.
Come out with a broken back or something.
Oh, he stabbed me with a retractable bladed knife.
Oh my goodness, I need to see that one. A lot of acting skills for that one too.
Yeah, I was the third from the last to die. I didn't make it for the sequel, so.
Maybe
What are you
next
doing?
time. Next time.
Yeah, really.
Now, what are your goals in film? What do you see yourself in 5 years with the film industry?
Well, this is like one of my mantras that I've created, to be cast in a badass role in a feature film that makes hundreds of millions of dollars. It becomes a cult classic. What does that mean? I don't know. How do you don't know when they're going to become cult classics, which is really cool. So it's got to be like a really interesting project. I think it's got some meat that's going to stick around. So, and also another one of my goals is to be cast in an episodic comedy series that lands on Netflix or HBO and cast as a reoccurring role, which, working with the Anthony Project, it's a possibility. So don't give up on your dreams and create these possibilities and just keep standing for them.
Yeah, we're trying to bring more movies to Houston, and I think it's happening. Congratulations to the camp with Harvey. I mean, Harvey has made a lot of, it's been noticed a lot, even by the mayor. Did you work with Harvey?
I did not.
No? Okay,
No,
I thought I
I did
had
not.
seen it, but yeah, it was, so that one's one that's in Houston that it's gotten a lot of attention.
Oh, that's great.
Have you ever thought about producing your own movie, or not yet?
I produced something with Travis Dunn. It's called Puppet Love. And that's about all I've produced. But yeah, I've thought about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but yeah, I did see that one. I did see Puppet Love.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Puppet porn?
No, it has a toys. It doesn't have any porn.
No, it's like sock puppet.
Yeah.
This is really, hey, big boy.
Yeah.
Fun voice.
Yeah, we saw it in the reel with Travis. In Travis' show, he showed it a little bit. In the reel, it was very funny. And you got those beautiful blue eyes. I don't know if the camera could pick them up, but if you need a blue eye girl, here's your girl.
Like my eyes.
eyes are gorgeous.
Thank you.
So how long have you been acting?
I have been acting since 1999.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's when I got divorced. That's 19 years.
Yeah. I took a class at the self-expression, I guess that's what it's called, center with, it's Sandra Zimmer owns it, but so this was Dennis Gallagher was my coach, and it's called Acting for Non-Actors, and I just did it because it was a period of my life where I was taking a lot of classes. Just wanted to learn new stuff. Like I took a desktop publishing class, just all kinds of classes, and I loved it. I fell in love with it, and then there was the next class, which was getting into the skin of the character, which was, you know, it drew on the creative side of my brain. And then there was a class that you did a play, and it was interesting because you were cast in a character, and then several other people were cast as the same character, which sounds kind of weird, but it was just a class of, you know, we're all beginning, and they divided the play up into like three parts, and then you'd play a section of the play. So, and then the other person cast as your character would come in and do their thing, and et cetera, and that was it. I was bit, the acting bug.
What do you like about acting? I mean, every actor has, you know, a similar addiction to it, but what do you like about it?
I like to play. I like to create characters. I like to access sides of myself. Like, I did one role that you don't really know whether this is happening or it's all in her mind. She has like stalker mentality, or she's lost touch with reality, and I think she's lost touch with reality. So you don't know if this has really happened. It's taken it from a short story from Shirley Jackson called The Demon Lover, and
wow.
And the name of the short was called June. And to get in touch with that character, because, you know, she's crazy, and everybody I talk to, she's crazy, but you can't play crazy. And I have to like embrace the character. I had to find what characteristics I have that are like this character. And, you know, I talked to a friend, we just were in a dialogue about crazy things we had done when we were in love, you know, and like, for instance, maybe driving by somebody's house, or, you know, just whatever it is, looking for this person, or, you know, not to the point of stalker, but just behaviors that take over when you become in love and you're young. And not necessarily young, but
obsessed. Obsessive behavior.
Yeah. And so we just talked about it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I've done some crazy stuff. Let something else, serotonin or what have you, take over. And I got to be able to relate to this character, and I think that's what I needed to make it interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of work to do that role.
Yeah, a lot of soul searching.
Yeah, a lot of practice. Wow. And any strange experiences on set, or maybe funny stuff that happened to you on set that you've ever had?
Well, just working with some of the people I work with are just, you know, kind of a hoot. So, they're, you know how actors are, they're kind of crazy. So I can't think of anything. I'm sure if I thought about this one ahead of time, there's something. Oh, I got something. I don't even know if I should tell this on myself, but when we were shooting Morgenstein, the set was built in an empty warehouse and there was no indoor plumbing. So there was a lot of outside waterworks, and then they had this bucket. It's like so pitiful and gross, but that was it on set. So hey, boy, anything's better than that, right?
Then you have a wooded area outside a few miles away.
I started at the bottom, or we drove down to McDonald's. There was like really no facilities on
How
set.
long were y'all shooting on that particular?
That was 2 weekends, 3-day weekends. So
Oh wow, that was something the director should have thought about. Portable bathroom.
Porta potty, yeah. Well, it's a little late now.
Well, I'm sure McDonald's got some customers. Got somebody bought something. at
Yeah, it was weird walking into McDonald's in full costume.
McDonald's. What were you wearing?
I was the role of Maggie.
Oh.
So I had the big skirt and the missing teeth and anyway,
that's too funny.
bustier, kind of trying to make those girls look a little bigger.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, I know. I feel sorry for those actors. 3 days. Wow. Now that would have been horrible. So anyway, what other projects do you have coming up?
Let's see. I'm working on Old Man Jackson, and it's on a brief hiatus so they can regroup. And Johnny Ray Gibbs is producing that, directing. He's directing it. I don't know if he's producing it as well. It's like.
Well, let's just say he's the boss.
Yeah, he's the boss for now. Yeah. And then the Anthony Project, and then I got cast in something that we're just waiting for it to shoot. It's Untamed Justice. It's gonna be shot in West Texas, but it got pushed back. So, when things get pushed back, you wonder if it's ever gonna make. But it's a Western. I got cast as Daisy. I've been Daisy a couple of times actually. Do I look like a daisy?
Kind of.
Yeah. I'll take it though. But that's about it for now. We just finished something that Nick DeWood shot, and that was called The Big Bong. It was a hoot. It's social commentary, and I did that with Carl Bailey. He's out of Dallas, and that was a lot of fun. I was a meth addict, so.
Oh wow, another really powerful role.
Yeah, it was a short, so it was quick and dirty.
What role would you love to do? What kind of role do you see yourself loving?
I like the messed up people.
Personality, the
Yeah,
crazy personalities.
Yeah, like the people that don't look good. I don't think I had any makeup on for The Big Bong, like cut-offs, just something really raw. Like,
Drug addicts.
yeah, crazy people. I like the roles they're just raw, and then you can just get in there and find that raw, like we all have sides of ourselves that are not the norm, but they're in there. So I like pulling them out.
I just like being the billionaire.
I want to do that.
I just like playing the billionaire, but then everybody starts to get really rich. Like I'm the rich lady in the movie.
Okay, that's what you do, huh?
I've done it twice, but it's funny. It's just in the movies, people are not rich. But that's the one I like.
Yeah, where's my, how much am I getting paid for this? Rich lady.
Right? But anyway, that's what I like doing. So everybody likes doing their own stuff. Some people like being the bad person. Being the bad person can be more fun because, you get to do all the killing or the bad things.
It's freeing. Like, find that side of yourself. Because most of us are not bad. We can be bad. But, yeah.
Hopefully not. But anyway, I enjoy playing the billionaire, the rich lady, but it's just for fun. But anyway, let's see. What you were Travis' wife 6 times, he was saying, right? How did that happen? I just don't. He says that it's a small town. That's why. I mean,
I'm his movie wife.
Yeah. 6 times. time, 6 different projects. That's just interesting. What an irony.
Well, yeah, because we have some friends that produce them, and sometimes people ask you, who do you want to work with, and it just, Travis and I are like, we're destiny somehow, as strange as that sounds. Like, and we're good friends, but beyond that, we're just friends.
Yeah, good.
We're
good.
buddies.
Good. Hey, I would like to play with Pierce Brosnan. He can be my husband.
Okay.
Oh, that's too funny. Anyway.
I like Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still doing The Sun. I think they stopped. I don't know if another season's coming. Have you heard?
No. I want to be on Queen of the South. We're still in Dallas.
Yeah, there's nobody I like on Queen of the South, so I don't want no husbands there.
Yeah, well, I don't even care. Like, it's just dark.
This is very dark show.
I like dark. I don't know why.
You do, I can tell.
I like light too. I like comedy as well. And then the funny part about comedy is, like, you've got this regular character that just somehow their quirks. They get so many quirks that they're funny. And I can play quirky.
Did you see that movie? It wasn't the movies. It's Just a Favor.
What is it called?
It's Just a Favor. There was a really crazy lady in that movie. It was just at the theater. They just took it off. But I talked about it on another show. But that one had a really crazy actress there, and it was really interesting. You just couldn't move. But yeah, it's probably on Netflix now. But it was just at the theater.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie that you love so far?
Oh my God, I have 3.
3. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and they're all different, so I'm very eclectic. Sound of Music.
Okay.
Classic, right?
Yes.
Like a little girl, I fell in love with it. So Bram Stoker, Dracula. Is it Stoker or Stroker? Stoker. Bram Stoker, Dracula, with Gary Oldman and Winona Ryder. And then Caddyshack.
Wow. Okay.
Diverse, huh?
Yeah. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of good movies out there that we'll never forget. And are you ready for the holidays?
No.
No?
No.
No, I'm trying to get ready. I'm trying to get in the spirit anyway.
Yeah, it's coming whether we like it or not. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Christmas is my favorite, so.
Yeah, I used to love it. It happens so fast, though. And I like to live my life a little more slowly.
You gotta move to the country.
No, maybe so, yeah.
It's too fast in the city. I mean, it was just New Year's, and here we are. The year is gone.
I know, October's almost over. And Thanksgiving's gonna be here, which is great because I love seeing my family. But wow, it's much to do about. Well, whatever.
It's been a busy year. It's been a busy year for me.
This year's been fast.
Yes, indeed. So, any new projects in 2019?
I hope the one I was telling you about, the Western, gets shot.
Hey.
Really, I'm open. Anthony project.
Yeah.
So that's going to be episodic, and I really hope that we've got About Magazine, like that they've formed a media side of the magazine. So we've got them, helping us out. The writers are with About Magazine. Before, when it was just Anthony, he was the writer, and now he's got several writers. And we did a live performance. Did I talk about that?
No.
We did about 6 to 8 months ago. We did a live performance up on 2920 at a gay bar, and it was so much fun. At one point in time, my character says something that sucks the noise out of the life, like, crickets. And then somebody says, "Oh no, she didn't." And I was just like, God, I hope nobody throws anything at me, like a tomato or something. But
hey, maybe you're being Queen of the South. I manifested that for Mario, actually. Mario Navarro, did a lot of work for Raquel's Legacy, and we were actually filming outside up here one day. He had a knife on me, and we were doing a really crazy scene.
Yeah.
And I told him, Mario, you would be great in Queen of the South. And I told him I manifested that because he got a role in Queen of the South.
Hey.
He worked in Queen of the South shortly after that. So congratulations, Mario. So you might be in Queen of the South. You never know.
Yeah. I have to be the gringo of
The
gringo.
You could be Hispanic too. You don't think so?
What do we call that? What the? White girl?
Gringa.
Okay.
But gringa is white girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can look like Hispanic too a little bit maybe.
You got some other roles. I mean, you got some roles. You got a role in there for me. It's coming up.
It's coming up. Anyway, so anything else you would like to tell your audience?
You got something you think I could be cast in? Let's check it out.
Hey, to all your directors looking for a blue-eyed girl, here's Sarah. She's ready for you guys.
Yes, I am.
She likes the crazy roles.
I've done mom and wife. I don't know why those seem so like. I do like the crazy roles or something with some pizzazz.
Yeah. Good. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.